Scoring again. I feel
He's
like
on fire.
Ancelotti really had a conversation with him about how to play number 9 the way he likes it, and it's delivering.
And we are recording just before England are due to kick off against Wales, and he has been named up front with Danny Ings, so he's going to get his first England start this evening. So hopefully, I think it's good for England to have another option beyond Harry Kane.
I'm actually kind of excited. It's the first time that at the beginning of the season I pick a Premier League team and I'm like, I'm going to watch them. And they've been delivering.
Good show, and they've been, again, very entertaining team to watch. If there's one manager that I would love to see lift the Premier League with an unfashionable team, it's probably Ancelotti. I'll be honest.
Carletto, do love him. Never coached
just that eyebrow, honestly.
Just the personality. He's a good guy. Yeah. He's a good guy. And to finish off, we've got the usual 1 minute roundup about Arsenal. Rory, this is all you. How do you feel about the boys?
I'm pretty happy. It's party time.
It's party time.
After a very long and very tense transfer deadline day, when I woke up in the morning and thought Arsenal are going to ruin my day today by not signing anyone, what a signing. For the first time since Patrick Vieira, I want to say, we've brought in a player that we actually need. We've brought in a strong defensive, but not only defensive midfielder who can shore up our midfield alongside Xhaka. I'm pretty excited to see what he can do. Every time we've played Atletico in Europe, he has absolutely bossed us. Every time I've thought that is the person we need. So I'm very happy about that. But we overcame Sheffield United at the weekend. Bukayo Saka getting his first ever goal at the Emirates and getting his first start for England tonight.
Hello.
I cannot explain how much I love this boy. He was incredible again. Pepe came on and changed the game. I think he came for £72 million, and people, that brings a lot of expectation, fairly or unfairly. He's now under Arteta. You can see the coaching that Arteta's giving him. He came on, he changed the game. He scored a beautiful cut inside on the left bottom corner. I was encouraged by the performance. We still conceded and made it nervous for ourselves in the last 5 minutes, but we're still Arsenal. We're not going to solve all the problems straight away, right? But I'm feeling quite confident. The board have backed Arteta. We've got Thomas Partey. We're going to win the league. Let's do it.
Oh, my God. All right, guys. Yeah, later we're going to talk about our crazy predictions. I feel like I have some explanation to do about Inter Milan. Last thing we want to say about Arsenal is that the Ganosaurus was fired and then he's back. The Arsenal mascot.
Honestly, as if transfer deadline day wasn't hard enough, the PR department at Arsenal are fucking awful. Like, not only are they coming out in the morning and going, guys, we might not sign anyone, we've also sacked the guy who's worked at the club for 27 years for no reason. But anyway, Mesut Ozil, the hero we never knew or expected, has come in and decided to pay the guy's wages, which is great. But now Ozil has been left out of the Europa League.
Two redundant guys. Right. I feel like there's going to be a lot of Ozil and Ganosaurus posts on Instagram, just like chilling at the pub, drinking beer together.
Playing Fortnite together forever, because that's what Ozil gets paid to do now, apparently. The story that kind of depressed and cheered me up and then depressed me again, all in the space of like 4 days. Yeah.
That's pretty good. So that's it with our Premier League roundup.
I think that's the Premier League done, maybe.
Yeah.
I apologise to any fans who didn't hear their shout out, but we've not got all the time in the world, so...
But yeah, let's take a plane and move to Italy, where the weekend of football, I feel like the biggest headline was the Juve-Napoli game, which was never played. So Napoli said days before the game that they would not travel to Turin to play the game because they got a sort of like red flag from the local ASL. So the ASL in Italy is like a sort of like regional health institution. They had some players positive to COVID and they said you should not travel to Turin. As much as I dislike Juventus, I have to say that this decision by Napoli creates a precedent. So basically, if the ASL, if the health institution from your region says that you cannot play a game, then you're not going to show up for games. Yeah. We're still waiting for the decision of the judge, but it's looking like it will be like Juventus will be awarded a 3-0 win against Naples. Yeah. The funny thing was that the Juventus players still showed up to the stadium.
Oh, it's the most Juventus fucking thing ever.
Yeah, it is. They warmed up and there were fans in the stands, which is the funniest thing. in my opinion. But yeah, that game was never played. The most exciting game, I think, was Atalanta against Cagliari. Atalanta are on fire. They must have listened to my prediction.
How's that prediction going, Tommy? Yeah?
No, yeah, look, Atalanta, they are like this. Atalanta, they are just this great team that performs incredibly in the majority of games. But when it comes to winning the title or in the clutch moments, I feel like they often don't show up. But right now, there are 13 goals in 3 games. And right now they've brought in this striker, Lammers, from the Netherlands. Just go check out his goal against Cagliari. He picks up a defender, is almost, on the side of the goal, does this little dance, sits him on his ass, and then just nails it in. What a great debut. I feel like any striker who's trying to make a name for themselves should sign for Atalanta, because you're gonna
get coached.
You get coached, and you're gonna get a lot of chances. Also, Lammers, De Roon, and Atteberg. This was the first time that 3 Dutch players scored for one Italian team in a season ever since Marco van Basten, Rijkaard, and Khalid, as they pronounce it in the Netherlands.
Amsterdam.
Yeah, in Amsterdam. Yeah, right. And then the other big thing is AC Milan are top of the table with Atalanta. They won 3-0. Go watch that Theo Hernandez goal, because it's
that guy
great.
is honestly. I went to watch Milan Lazio last year, and he was one of the few players. Now Milan were not in a good spell at this point, but he was one of the few players on the pitch. I thought, this guy is good. He's lively.
Tackle at midfield that just starts running down the pitch and then nails it in. Terrible. Well, you see Leao. Leao doesn't do a great job at making. He scored 2 goals in that game. But yeah, in that goal, he should have made some space. He didn't, but Theo scored. And the other great thing about AC Milan this season, they've got 0 goals conceded. So this might be Donnarumma's crowning season. As for Lazio Inter, 1-1, not a very exciting game. I would have loved to see some Christian Eriksen in that game. I don't understand what's going on.
I've told you, man, he's not a Conte player. Conte, I understand how the club might have moved for Eriksen because it was a good time. He's coming to the end of his contract. They can get him for, I don't know how much you paid for him.
Very little, 20 million,
right? Yeah.
About 20 million.
I understand why, when an opportunity arises, you take it. But he's so not the type of player that Conte uses. This is why when you asked me before about who would be in your Inter midfield, I didn't say Eriksen because I thought Conte isn't going to pick him.
I feel like Eriksen needs space to play, and the Serie A is really different from the Premier League from that point of view. We don't play on fast breaks that much. It's studying your opponent, tactics. It's a matter of millimeters, centimeters. As my friend Bryce says, it's a slow league, but I don't like it to call it that way. I feel like Eriksen just needs to readapt. But it was a pretty poor game from Inter, especially in the second half. Great goal from Lautaro Martinez. We see how it goes. It's 1 point away at Lazio. I'll take it. It could have been a win, but the season is still long, and I still have my hopes up for Inter.
But that's a problem that kind of Inter suffered last year of starting games well and second half fading, right?
Yeah. I feel like there's some work to be done on that regard. But I'll take it. 1 point away at Lazio. It can be done. The season is still long. And here, I've got to say something. So I shouted that Inter could win the Champions League this year.
No, you didn't say could. You said
they
would.
Will. Well, whatever. I have to say that I'm usually a very pessimistic Inter fan. But this year, there is something. I just feel the vibe when I walk around the city. There is a strange vibe.
It's called hope.
Well, you know something as an Arsenal fan about that, right? But the other thing about Serie A, so I told Rory this before, and it was like, yeah, that's a good point. So I feel like Atalanta are the new Napoli. Napoli, the one that was coached by Sarri, that was enchanting Europe with their beautiful football. Just watch one Atalanta game. See how they play football. It's sexy.
It is. It's beautiful to watch.
If Atalanta are the new Napoli, who are the new Atalanta? The answer is Sassuolo. Guys, Sassuolo, a small town in central Italy. They never accounted for much until they moved back to Serie A some years back. They've always stayed, never been relegated since. De Zerbi is doing a great job.
Well, they're the first team that I can remember recently that have come up from Serie B and established themselves in Serie A.
Yeah.
And now, relegation is a long, long way away. They don't even consider it now. And whenever I've got DAZN, and they're always on DAZN, right? Their games are always on, and I always enjoy watching them. And their kits are really nice. Nice.
They've conceded only 3 goals. They're the third best attack in Serie A, and they've got Francesco Caputo, who is an incredible striker. He came out of Empoli. Sassuolo purchased him last year, and after a great season at Empoli, people were wondering, can he keep it up at a bigger team? Well, he did, and he still is. He feels like a natural number 9. You give him the ball in the space, he's in front of the goalkeeper. He can chip the goalkeeper, he can go around the goalkeeper, he can curl the ball, he can do it all. And I feel like this is because he doesn't have anything to prove to anybody. This guy is playing without any bad thoughts. He's just playing the game that he loves. He knows he has achieved already much more than he could have ever wished to achieve, and he plays with a light heart.
And he scored for Italy last night in the friendly, right?
He did score for Italy last night.
He got his first goal for Italy, and that's another potential option up front for Italy going into Euro 2021. I think there's slowly a few options are appearing. Again, a very, very impressive player, great finisher, and someone I might be trying to get for my fantasy team this year in Fanta Calcio.
On Saturday, we have the fantasy football auction, which is madness. We will have one episode only.
It's going to be like 10 hours long. It's such a shift.
Yeah. We will describe you in one special episode how the auction works for fantasy football in Italy. But right now, before we jump to the quiz, which I'm excited for, very quickly, Ligue 1, Rennes are top of the table, followed by Lille, Lens, and fourth, PSG. That's me.
Our tip of the season of Lens have only lost one game and find themselves in third. Gael Kakuta, for anyone who's a Premier League fan, might remember him from his Chelsea days. He's scored in every one of their games so far. And they seem like they're really kind of ready to upset the apple cart a bit. Of course, PSG are still going to win the league. But for now, we can revel in the fact that they're not top.
And Bundesliga, Schalke, looking like shit.
Schalke
14 goals, full minus 14 goal difference after 3 games. What up?
They've scored one goal and conceded 15.
Oh my God.
So again, quickly for Premier League fans, remember David Wagner, who was in charge of Huddersfield? He was sacked 2 games into the season, and the new manager kind of carried on their run of form. Schalke are such a bin fire. They'll be relegated by, I think, February. Like, they're going to be so down.
Here's another hot prediction only on the Anglo-Italian Connection football podcast.
I don't think I'm sticking my neck out on the line with that one, but yeah.
And then the other headline in La Liga is that Ansu Fati has got 3 goals in 3 games. The boy is 17 years old, and I think he's going to be a name that will pop up quite a bit in the footballing world.
That €400 million release clause is going to look fairly sensible in about 2 years' time.
Guys, it's time for the quiz. I'm ready because today is Ruairi who is going to quiz me.
It's a good one.
You ready?
It's a good one.
All right, let's go.
Hello and welcome back to, again, this time, Rory's game. So I'm going to be testing Tommaso. I'm going to be giving some clues about a famous footballer or retired footballer, who knows. So I'm going to give you 3. I'm going to use 3 clues, right?
Yeah, don't do that.
Is that how we did
Fine.
it?
Just
right?
give me 3 clues. Give me whatever you want. I'll guess. I'm undefeated.
He was born officially on the 1st of August, 1976.
All right.
Okay.
Keep going. I don't know.
He has won some of the trophies he's won. He has won the Eredivisie 3 times.
All right. Netherlands.
He has won the UEFA Cup.
All right.
He has won the Premier League twice. And he's won the FA Cup 3 times with 2 different teams.
Like, 76, you say?
76, yeah.
So he's 44 years old. He's not playing
That's
anymore.
good quick maths, guys.
Yeah.
I was impressed by that good quick maths.
Yeah, is that right? Is that the beer talking?
Right.
I don't know.
It is
Yeah,
right.
44 years old. Right. He's not playing anymore, is he? This is my first question.
No, but his age was like, I don't know, an official age. I don't think his age is his real age. But anyway, that might be that might be the 3rd clue. I think that might be the 3rd clue.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, the 3rd clue is going to be, I don't think his age is his age.
Yeah, because you said allegedly he was born on August 1st or something. So
yeah.
All right. So he played in the Eredivisie, right? So he played in the Netherlands. He's won a
UEFA Cup.
A UEFA Cup. So a UEFA Cup or a Europa League?
A UEFA Cup.
A UEFA Cup. Okay.
I feel like I should give you some teams though, otherwise there's like no.
No, but I like it. I want to show people that I can do it. Maybe I'll ask you for a few teams later.
I feel like this is hard.
Right now, anyway, all right. Can you recap the things you said before, just for our listeners?
Officially born on the 1st of August 1976.
Allegedly.
He won the Eredivisie. He won it 3 times. He's won the UEFA Cup and he won the Premier League twice. He's won the FA Cup 3 times with 2 different teams.
Freak. I have to think about this one, listeners.
And I'll just chuck in one more trophy because I've just seen it. He's also won the Champions League.
What? All right.